What's going on, guys? Welcome to this week's episode of Collecting Weekly, episode 161. Welcome. These guys abandoned me. You see how I'm getting treated here? I get abandoned live on YouTube. I can see them all right now. They're laughing. Look at Dean. Dean's laughing here. He's going insane. This is absolutely ridiculous.
Are you an angel?
What?
An angel. I heard the deep space pilots talk about them. They're the most beautiful creatures in the universe.
Hello there.
We are tonight's entertainment.
We would be honored if you would join us.
He's got a billion toys.
You brought in the doll collection.
These are not dolls, Jim. These are commodities. Same as gold or oil.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
You are now listening to the Collecting Weekly podcast.
This is the true form of floor gang right here. Very nice. YouTube.com/collectingweekly. Thank you very much. That's very cool. Big.
Hey guys, my name is Zach.
I'm Dean.
I'm Eddie.
Oh, Mario's mute.
Wow.
I'm Jonathan.
Jesus, Mario.
Whoops. And I'm muted.
Welcome
I saw
to...
him say it, but I was like, oh.
Jesus. Welcome to this week's episode of Collecting Weekly. It's a weekly podcast where my friends and I talk about the things that matter the most to us this week in collecting.
That's right. We want to take a second to thank our sponsors, Water Scrapyard and 16 Corner, for sponsoring tonight's episode. It's going to be a good one.
We have a great show planned for you guys. A huge reissue by Sideshow. Some great third-party stuff and more. Dean, before we get into that, let's kick it off with the world's favorite podcast segment.
Yeah, you guys ready?
Yes.
It's new this week.
Yeah. What did you get new this week? Finally have a pretty good week. I had some pre-orders come through. Some pickups from Rainer that he got for me, and a special edition figure from the one and only Zach.
Forget about it.
Yeah, I got the Black Series Boba Fett, the new one, the Return of the Jedi, which is cool. I haven't opened it; it's still in the box. Hunter from Bad Batch, very cool, Black Series. I got the Kong, Vegeta, and Goku that were on pre-order. Very cool. A lot nicer than I thought they were going to be, considering they're knockoffs. Almost like tighter joints than even figure arts. I'm not even kidding. Like, pretty solid.
Nice.
I'd also picked up a second Gohan and his Saiyan Man uniform, but I just wanted to use it for the Super Saiyan head, like he fights in the tournament.
Yeah.
Also, I got a Michael Myers from Manny out of nowhere. I picked up that Deadpool figure from him last week. And he was like, here, you can have a Michael Myers. I was like, sweet. So another NECA, and I got to be honest with you, It's a pretty solid figure. I really, really enjoy it. And then I picked up from you this little Goku down here. What is this? I don't even know what it is.
I was looking at that.
It's a... many years ago, they used to do, like, you would get 2 figures in a package, right? And then there would be a third mystery figure, like, in a sealed box. I believe it's Jack's Pacific, but they're, like, imports. But they would sell them, like, at Toys R Us.
Oh.
But they're just, like, little prize figures.
Yeah, well, it scales fantastically with the Great 8 Vegeta that I have.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. You were like, here you go, you could just have it. I was like, wow, what a guy. Because I bought this Vegeta, this battle damaged pre-Ozaru Vegeta from you.
Hell yeah, buddy.
Although I lost his tail. I have no idea where it went, but it's okay.
That's a thing. I mean, he doesn't really have a tail, so I mean.
Right, it's cut off. But you had gone through the effort of cutting it and painting it. And I think it's in that Halo backpack that I got, also from Seth. This is my new computer bag.
Wow, you really got
I'm
all this
stoked
big.
because I've literally been carrying my MacBook around like without a fucking carrying case. So I got that Halo style. It looks like a gas can that you would see on like the Warthog. It says UNSC on it. It's cool. So I picked that up from you as well. Seth had given it to me. So It was a pretty good week, man. So thank you.
Not bad. Let me check it on the chat. We got Toy Mafia, Scott Bradley, Joe P, Daniken Lee Walker, Shumata, Scott Bradley, Sean Fear. Sean says rookies. Shumata says I miss Dean's background cluttered cool ass shit because it made me feel better in my own room of cluttered cool ass shit.
Yeah.
Equan, who else do we got here? Maestro. I saw Maestro this week actually. What a guy. Yeah. We got Archangel too. Welcome, gentlemen. Eddie, what'd you got this week?
Oh shit! This is the Mr. Z, Black Horse. That's the one. That's what I got this week. The Blitzway Zorro I've had for a while. I just wanted to get a horse to go with my Zorro, and I was pleasantly surprised. I really think this looks really good with the figure. It brings the figure to a whole nother level, and it's fairly easy to fix the hair too. I thought the hair was going to be annoying, but
yeah,
you don't even really got to do anything. You just pat it down and it goes down. Like, it looks good. So
did you have as much trouble putting the saddle on as I did?
Not at first. I thought I was gonna, because when you get it, it's all in a little bag and it's all separate pieces. So I was like, this looks like a lot of work, but it actually wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. I was able to do it with my fingers. I thought I was going to have to get tweezers and stuff, but
yeah.
After looking, like, all I did was look at a picture of the horse with the saddle already on it, like the Mr. Z horse, and then I was able to kind of figure it out just by looking at the picture. So it's tedious, but it's not the worst thing. The worst thing I've ever done with a figure, the worst like setup, is the Daft Toys Bane. Putting his vest on, that shit was a nightmare. So, and like Fison bodies, that shit's a nightmare too. But yeah, so this was my pickup. It was pretty awesome. I got it in the back.
Congrats, that's a nice pickup.
Hell yeah, dude. I think it looks great. I have the brown and white horse, and it really takes figures to the next level, especially when you put them on the horse. It looks pretty dope.
I have not attempted that yet.
It's not bad, dude. Not bad at all. Mario, what'd you got this week?
Limited edition Skywalker saber set from Galaxy's Edge. So these dropped May 4th. They dropped in the Disney parks in Florida and California, and also online. Each area got like 1,000 pieces, and they all sold out. So I had a Disney trip last Thursday, first time. Went back in after 13, 14 months. It was great. Loved it. Had so much fun. Saw that this was in the shop, so had made no hesitation. I had to pick up a set, man, and came home, unboxed it, and they're absolutely glorious. I love this set.
Dude, I'm a big fan. What's the retail price on this set?
$375 for the set. So again, these are limited to 3,000. I got like 2,000 something. What's really cool is that when you open up the box, it plays the Tatooine sunset theme. So which is pretty cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah, fortunately I found an off switch underneath the foam, so don't have to worry about draining the battery for that. But yeah, this is a beautiful set. I freaking love them.
And these are compatible with the blades that you can buy also, or is it just the hilt standalone?
No, yeah, you can. They are compatible with the blades that they sell over the counter. The Leia hilt, the top half like unscrews, and you plug in an adapter that's a little bit wider. It's way less attractive. It's like hella thick, but you can plug the blade in and just do your thing and swing it around. But I'm just gonna display these just on the shelf. So
are they metal?
Yeah, they're full metal.
The Leia one looks like a flat plastic.
No, it's all metal with a pearl paint on there. The same with the Rey, or the reforged Skywalker hilt.
Yeah, I see the pearlescent right here on the handle, with like the emitter, and then even the I don't even know what you call them right there next to the pearl. Those look just kind of. Again, it's probably just the lighting, but
it's a complete metal. It's an all metal construction.
Nice.
So they got some nice weight to it. They feel great in the hand. Yeah.
That was an awesome
were these like sold out instantly, like the day that they went out, or are they still?
I was surprised to find these in the parks. I mean, I went on a Thursday, so a couple days after the 4th, and I was surprised to see that they were still available. I'm sure they're completely gone by now. Online they sold out really quick. The East Coast, I heard they flew off the shelf pretty quick, and the first day they went up. However, surprisingly, over here in SoCal, they were still around. They stuck around for a couple days.
Hell yeah, dude! Congratulations. I had a pretty decent week, so I've been hitting up Walgreens about once or twice a week. They carry the Diamond Select Avatar: The Last Airbender figures, and I've been looking for this figure here on the left. So this is Fire Master Ozai, particularly from the last few episodes of the show.
Fire Lord,
sorry. Great figure. Definitely better than some of the other figures in the line. I believe this is like the last wave that they're doing. I've heard that they lost a license to McFarlane. But, you know, as far as the last wave goes, it was Toph and Ozai. But, I mean, they're pretty good. They do come in like deluxe versions that you can buy at like your comic stores. But these are like only $15. And they're kind of like bare bones versions of the figures. But I mean, this is really all I needed. It comes with a base, comes with a different hand that has a flame effect, and you know, I wish it came with a different portrait, and I also wish they made like a fully armored up version.
Yeah.
But you know, I mean, it's a huge figure. I mean, compared to like the Aang and the other characters. So,
do you have any of the other figures in the line?
Yeah, I have Azula, I have Aang, and then I have Katara.
Oh, okay. Because I got the Zuko, and I like the look of the figure. I don't like the hip articulation, like the way it looks.
They're a bit weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got that thigh gap going on. And then I also picked up from Rainer the Bad Batch Crosshair, and Dean was nice enough to bring that by. Really nice figure. The rifle is super annoying. Probably the most frustrated I've ever been with the figure in a while. But
dude, you were fighting that thing the whole time I was there. Like
it's like the hand, it just does not. Yeah, it just the hand does not work with that rifle grip.
Yeah, it's like
it's
a
fucking
scale.
huge rifle. It's like
it's almost like a 7-inch scale figure gun.
Yeah,
Like
but I think it's
grip
intentional.
is huge.
Like if Hot Toys makes this character, like this rifle is gonna be like no less than like 14 inches long. Like it's massive.
Yeah, dude, this thing's gigantic.
But this is a great figure. I think Hasbro is really blowing it out of the park with the Black Series line. And I mean, for a $20 figure, you get a digital printed head sculpt, great articulation, the new pinless joint system, and you know a few different accessories. This to me, like this one and Hunter, I'm gonna be putting them in our nomination thread on Ox for the under 20 figure of the year. I just think they're extremely well done figures, especially for the price. Getting into the news, we have the new, air quotes, Sideshow General Grievous 285 releasing June to August 2021. Sideshow did claim on one of their live streams last week that this wasn't a straight reissue. They were allegedly improving the paint and also improving the joints and the cape. But this is, accessory-wise, it's pretty identical to the first release. The only thing that's different is the first version had an exclusive, which was the damaged, like you could swap out the face mask for the damaged version. This one does not come in an exclusive version, which is good, because that first one was a limited, I believe it's limited to like 2,000, like a certain amount of copies. But I've owned this figure before. I know Dean has also. And this is a figure that looks pretty good on display, but it's not without its issues. The main being the stand. The stand is just not super great at supporting the figure. I know Bandai has, I think, really perfected the whole adjustable stand thing where you have like ratcheting systems that you can pick a point and then lock it in. And I'm hoping they do change the base, because the first one, I mean, it was just moving all over the place. You couldn't really get it to support the figure. But yeah, I mean, it looks good. It's going to be one of those figures that has a lot of shelf presence. That it's a figure that I think a lot of people have really wanted for a while, but it's been so expensive in the secondary market. But what do you think about it, Dean?
If they do improve the arms and the, I mean, I didn't really have a problem with the legs, but the arms specifically in the, where they're single arms, because in the quad arms, it's fine. It articulates like it should. It's a little wonky in the shoulders, but it works. But he's such a large character that takes up almost an entire shelf on his own. If you're running, with DTOS. I like his kind of where his arms are behind his back, or just standing there kind of like creepily because he's kind of like a gangly weirdo. Yeah. Those arms cannot do that. They're, instead of like a swivel, it's two pistons that don't move more than like 30 degrees. You can't get them in like a certain point. And then the elbow only goes one direction. It goes in and out instead of like up and down. So you literally can't achieve that very well. It looks real goofy. If they fix the arms, I'm tempted. $285 is cheap for this figure.
Yeah, it's a great price point. I mean, you got to think inflation, like this should have been, maybe at least in terms of these figures, like, the price from a 6 scale last year to this year. I mean, I think they could have easily charged like $350 and up, and I think it's sold really well.
Considering their last figure was what, Luke, Endor Luke,
and that was real expensive. That was like $270, $280 by itself.
I was shocked.
That was the Hoth Luke. Because the Snowspeeder Luke was that price. That gave everybody sticker shock.
No, the Return of the Jedi one was really expensive too.
How much was this one originally when it first dropped? You guys remember?
This one was $250 when it first came out. Just pulled that up.
Oh wow!
Sorry.
Yeah, so it was up there.
Yeah, their Endor Luke was crazy high. So when I heard the price point, I was like, oh, there's no way they're fixing any of these problems. Like you said, the base, for whatever reason, has a hinge on it. So this super top heavy figure would just slide out from under him. It was just like, it just didn't work.
Yeah.
That, and it was, Zach can attest to, very delicate, and the armor pieces would just snap off.
To this day, I think Dean sandbagged me.
You're such a liar.
Dude, he broke a figure, put a tiniest drop of glue on there, and then gave it to me. Was like, "Here you go, check it out." Broke that bitch in my hands like in 1 second. Dude, it happened to me again today at a comic store. But fortunately, I knew I didn't touch it, so I was so glad I didn't walk out the door with a broken figure. Eddie, what do you think?
Yeah.
I didn't own the original figure. Kind of new collecting, so I wasn't collecting when the original had dropped. But as far as looks goes, I think it looks awesome. I think the cape looks really good. So I pre-ordered it because I need a Grievous on my shelf. Hopefully they do fix those issues that the original had.
Yeah, I hope I'm wrong. It's just like from the announcement to release was like, how long was it, Eddie? Like 2 months?
Yeah, they pushed it back. It was like, it was June. So they announced it obviously May the 4th, and then it said release in June, and it's like, that's a month. So obviously you're just, putting the exact same figure out. But then it was immediately pushed back to, I believe, August or September. So.
Oh, okay. Maybe they got a lot of flack and was.
Yeah,
like, okay,
maybe.
Well, yeah.
Could be.
What about you, Mario.
I don't know. I mean, I was hoping for the Hot Toys Grievous. Now, I think this is cool that they're re-releasing this. I like the idea that they're bringing out, or that they're updating it with improved joints and what have you. But I still don't trust Sideshow personally. I've had issues with them in the past with loose joints, lower quality. Considering this thing was $250 and the price is what now, $280 or $275 or something like that.
$285.
It's $285. It's still, I think it's priced really well compared to how it was before. To me, the proportions look a little bit off. I don't know if that comes across for you guys. Right there, it looks good in that crouching pose. I think that looks all right. But everything else, I think the head just looks just a tad too big. But I don't know. Maybe I'll wait for the reviews and maybe they'll change my mind. But for right now, it's a pass for me. But I'm excited for everyone else to get a chance to pick this up.
I think the big thing that would kind of suck is if, right when this starts shipping or right when the first batch ships, if Hot Toys drops one.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would really suck.
Well, it's like Joe said right here. He says if I'm getting it, if Hot
Hey,
Toys
there you go.
makes
It's a
one
good- it's a
someday,
good
then I'll have
attitude.
two. That's kind of the way I felt about it.
Yeah, no, 2 display options. But I mean, no way Hot Toys is coming in at 280.
No,
Thought it was gonna be
that's
like
over
$600.
400.
Yeah.
Figure.
John, what do you think?
Especially if who said? Yeah, Scott said with diecast. Now this figure, not that I had huge problems with it carrying its weight, but with diecast, I feel like that would be an issue. Like the hips would give out, or the knees, or the ankles. I don't know. They have there's so many articulation points on the legs.
Really? Even compared with K2SO? Because that bottom half was pretty much die-cast, and it held up pretty well for a tall-ass figure.
K2SO is a lot thicker than his joints are, right? So
No, his legs were really thin.
Yeah, but the cape has some weight on it too. I mean, it's going to constantly have the cape on it.
Yeah,
but also K2SO has a good base. Like the thing with this one is like, at least the copy that Dean and I owned, and I think a lot of people can attest to this. But the stand offered no support to the figure.
Yeah.
So the joints were taking all that weight. With K2, it's at standard. I believe it's the crotch grabber, and I mean those. You don't really have any problem holding up any kind of figure with that.
Yeah. What about you?
What do you think, John?
You guys hit the nail on the head. He looks great. I think for the price point that you're getting him at, you can't really go wrong. I do agree with what Mario said. I'm gonna wait out to see how the joints hold in hand. And possibly see if the turnover for this figure is fairly quickly. So maybe Hot Toys will do one. I don't think it's going to be anytime soon, but possibly down the line. It would be cool to see their rendition of the figure using the die-cast parts, maybe even a small ratcheted joint. Because I can see that what you're saying, Dean, is over time, if you're going to use die-cast on the arms with the weight, I can see them wearing down and not sticking in position. But I think, look, for $285, I think it's fairly priced, and for the time being, this is probably going to be your best 1/6 rendition of the character.
That's high praise.
Oh, you're muted, Zach.
Oh,
damn, we're all having problems today.
I was like, dead air.
Yeah, my bad, dead air. 3-0. Dean, pronounce this for me so I don't look like an idiot.
The Demogorgon.
There we go. The pre-order opens tomorrow, so it's not officially up for pre-order yet, but 3-0 did put this all over their social media this past week. I think it's real interesting that they're leading off with this character. I looked it up and I didn't see anything, but correct me if I'm wrong, they don't have any of the other characters from the show in 6 scale, right? It's just this character so far?
I believe so, yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Kind of interesting to lead with it. You'd think they start with like 11, and I think, what's his name, Mike? Like the two, I think, main characters, and then the rest of the kids. But, I mean, I guess this does open that door that they could release these. They put no indication about what the price might be, but, technically in the next few hours it should be going up for pre-order. I don't have a lot of good things or bad things to say about it, but I'm curious to see what you have to say, Dean.
Honestly, this thing's pretty fucking sweet. It seems a little odd just because they don't have other characters, and this seems like a weird place to start, but also it doesn't. Because, like, you could just have a Demogorgon on the shelf and be fine. I think I probably would have started with
11.
No, probably what's?
Isn't it,
I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. The police guy.
Oh, the police guy.
I want to say Hobbs.
Starts
No,
with-
it's not Hobbs.
Yeah, that's what I want to say too.
Hopper. Sorry.
Hopper. Yeah.
Hopper.
Yeah. Hopper. Or yeah, maybe like 2 of the kids, a group of kids. I don't know. But it's an ensemble cast, so if you have just 11, then you need everyone else, right? But it's like, hey, we'll start with the Demogorgon. If nobody buys it and we don't want to continue the line, hey, at least it's just the Demogorgon.
Is it Demi or Demo?
They say Demogorgon on the show.
That's how I believe it's pronounced, Dean. I think you're right.
Yeah.
But it is not.
I love Stranger Things, so I know. I know that's how they say it, but
I'm not trying to make it on clip, so I wasn't even going to attempt it.
Yeah,
I was like, I know what I'm about. I'm going to pass this one off in case I look at
dude, I can't wait for collecting wiki, dude.
Dude, I can't wait.
Anyway, yeah, I think it's cool. What about you, Eddie?
I don't have a lot of thoughts the same as Zach. You guys, Dean might get mad at me. I haven't seen the show yet.
Dude.
Adriana loved it. She
You're
watched
missing
it without
out.
me. Yeah. But I think it's
I only
cool
watched
that
the first season.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I just never sat down to watch it, and I don't know, it passed.
Dude,
by
especially
me,
now you have all 3 to binge, and the 4th is gonna come out soon. That's a good time to watch it.
I'll probably pick it up, but I think it's cool that you have an opportunity to start collecting these figures in 1/6 scale. People that like this show, and I agree with Dean. I think the reason that they started with the Demogorgon is because to feel it out, kind of, if they don't continue the line, it's a good one-off to have. Because I think there was a 1/12 scale company that made the Demogorgon as well, and they started with the Demogorgon before making any of the others. So
yeah,
I don't remember what it was, but it was like 2 years ago or something that it came out.
I know
in.
McFarlane made the whole line.
Oh.
But I think he did do a 12-inch version of.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking of. That one. But if you're a Stranger Things fan, this is cool. 3 Zero is a great company, so.
Yeah. Dude, they've been impressing me lately.
Mario, what do you think?
Dude, I can only echo what you said, man. I mean, first of all, I haven't seen the show either. You know what? I tried. I watched, I think, the first episode, and I really didn't give a shit after that anymore, to be honest. So I was like, whatever. I might revisit it. Who knows? I mean, I hear a lot of great stuff about it, but I'm like, yeah.
I am not a horror guy at all. Usually anything horror, I'm just not. I just tune it out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even remember why I watched the first episode, but within, I would say, the first 25 minutes, I was hooked. I was like, I need to see this show through. Wow. Dude, I enjoyed this show so much. Yeah.
But I think the figure looks pretty wicked, I don't know much about it. Can't really comment much about it. I really don't have that many thoughts about it. But, yeah, for anybody who's out collecting this or interested in this line, there's something available for you. So hopefully, I hope you guys get more from the line.
Yep.
So, what are you, John?
Yeah, I can just mirror what you guys said. I'm in the same boat as Zach. I watched the first season, and I was hooked. Like, the first season was great, but I didn't pick it up after that. But I agree. Like, I'm not a fan of the line. I wouldn't pick up figures from the line, but I do agree with you guys. I'm surprised they started off with this one. I would have liked to see the kids and Hopper and then the Demogorgon, but this is what we're starting off with. Hopefully, they're going to get enough orders where they'll continue the line, and anyone who's a fan of the series, they're going to have their nice display set up there.
I'd like a 6 scale Steve.
Dude, if they started off with the kids, Drake would be all over that 11 figure. I'll tell you that.
Dude, just real quick, touching on that subject, I would feel weird having a bunch of kids on my shelf.
Really?
Just like, why I'm not gonna buy. I didn't buy the McFarlane line. I wouldn't buy any of these.
What if they ever
say that?
What if
Even just the
I don't think
Demogorgon,
it's that
buy it.
weird.
Yeah, I don't think it's that weird. What if
I just don't want
someone
someone
made
coming
a
over and be
Goonies
like, why do you have
line?
a bunch of kids on your shelf? You know what I mean? There's judgy people out there.
Goonies is a different ball game, I think.
Anyways, moving forward, this one got a lot of people real excited after the Zack Snyder cut of the Justice League. This is the Flashpoint Studios Nightmare Joker 168 release in Q4 2021. Immediately the week after that film came out, a lot of people were trying to scout the different parts places for police badges and body armor, and I mean it's a fairly simple figure. He's wearing like a one piece, was like a butcher's gown, a mask, some bulletproof vest, and a bunch of badges. I think this is going to be a figure that I think a lot of people are going to pick it up. It's priced pretty decently. I think this is going to be a slam dunk in a lot of people's collections. I know Manny's real excited about it. I'm not even really a big fan of this interpretation of the Joker, but at that price point, in my opinion, the best look we've gotten of this version of this character, I think it's a no-brainer if you like the movie. Dean, what do you think?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people sounding off like, "Oh, I've always secretly liked the Joker, and now I can't wait to have him in my collection." It's like, well, I mean, did you know? Because you've had like so many opportunities to buy the Joker. How many are there? 3, right?
There's
Insane Asylum one.
There's like 4 Hot Toys and then like a bunch of third-party versions.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I've always secretly, I'm the one that liked Jared Leto's Joker. And,
real quick, Alvin says, what company is this? Flashpoint Studios Nightmare Joker is what you can search to find this. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, and so they're like, I'm going to get this because like I've always... It's like, okay, well, you haven't, but it's fine if you like it. I think it's cool. I think, like you said, it's probably the best version of this character. At least in terms of, like, posability or even, like, display options. Like, if you have the Nightmare Batman or the Black Suit Superman. Because, like, most of the Jokers we've gotten were from... what's that movie? The Suicide Squad? And, like, he's never with Batman in a scene or, it's kind of, like, limited. I mean, you could do whatever you want with your display, but, like, if you're a sucker for screen accuracy, it's like, what can you really do? So, I think it's cool. What about you, John?
I'm not a big fan. I like the accessories look good, the outfit look good. I personally think we're going to get one licensed figure. I'm going to wait out for that one. The head sculpt on this one's not doing it for me. Like I said, I think they did really well with the accessory pack. You're probably best off picking up this figure because it is at a good price. And then you can always get, if you're not happy with the head sculpt, always get a custom head sculpt done because I know there's some really talented customizers out there. So I don't think that's going to be a problem finding someone to give you a head sculpt. I think they can do a little bit better than this. But again, for me, I'm gonna wait for Hot Toys. I think Hot Toys is eventually gonna put one out there, possibly. Fingers crossed. What do you think, Mario?
I like it. I like this interpretation of the Joker. Now, I've always been a fan. No, just kidding. No, I did. I love Jared Leto as an actor. The Joker, his interpretation of the Joker did fall a bit short. However, this version in this movie, I loved it. I love this scene. I thought it was incredibly well acted between the back and forth between Affleck and Leto. And I like the look of this figure. Actually, the look of this character in this nightmare scene.
Mm-hmm.
But nah, I don't see myself picking this up at all. But I think it looks good. I like the accessories that it comes with.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it looks great.
Eddie.
Okay, so I will preface this with saying that I was a fan of the original Joker. I know you guys are memeing that, but I was always titillated by the direction that Joker was heading. I like I know, big words, right?
Big word. Wow. Word of the week.
Word of the week. Wiki.
Wow. I like the
Clip that.
I like the gangster feel of the Suicide Squad Joker, so I was always interested in seeing how that would turn out. It didn't go so well in Suicide Squad, and then when they showed this, I wasn't a fan. I think it's on a show. I've talked about it. I didn't like that this version of the Joker kind of copies the successful Jokers that we've had recently. So I didn't like that. And then I never really liked the hair because I was like, why is his hair so like perfect? Like he just got out of a salon or something. He's like obviously got out of an insane asylum. This is like a world-ending scene. Like why the fuck does it look like he just straightened his hair? I hated that. And then as far as the head sculpt though, I think John's off on that. That shit is perfect almost, especially for third party. and the accessories look great. It's just I'm not a fan of this version of the Joker. My brother was, when he saw this, he sent it to me right away. He's like, I gotta get this, and it's a good timing, obviously, for Nightmare Joker, but yeah,
I don't know.
Personally, not a fan.
That photo I'm seeing there, I don't know. I think it's off.
Alvin says, "Do you guys think it's a pro or con that DC has so many different actors playing the Joker?" I think it's weird. I think it's weird. I think that there's so much that they want to do, and then different things comes up, and they try to do other things. Like, for example, they kind of, it almost feels like they're putting the RPATs on the back burner, and now there's like this whole renewed call for the new DC expanded universe now that Justice League came out, and it's like, well, where does RPATs fit in and all that? I think it's a little bit of a con. I think, they had a great Joker, and then they gave us this banger scene with the old Joker, and then now there might be a new Joker. There's just, I'm not a big fan of it personally. What do you think, Tim?
I agree. There's too much shit going on that like nobody knows which way is up over there. And they're like, I have an idea, and they're like, okay, run with it. And then someone else is like, yeah, but my idea is better. They're like, you run with that idea, and like then there's just like conflicting shit left and right. I don't think it's a bad thing having multiple people playing the same character because you get different takes on it. But at the same time, it's like I'd rather have a cohesive story and cinematic universe than one good Joker and two shitty movies. You know what I mean? So that's my take on it.
John?
Yeah. I don't mind having multiple actors playing the character. At the end of the day, it gives a little bit of something for everybody. Some guys like the original, some like the newer. So I think as a collector and as a fan of the character, I think the more the merrier. At the end of the day, as long as you have a rendition of the character that you enjoy, I think it's important, as opposed to just having some limited actors playing the character. Because you can have limited actors playing the character, doesn't mean they're going to be doing a good job with the character. So I think in that case, there's so many different types of character styles that the Joker, the character itself, has. I think in that case, the more the merrier. Like for me personally, when I hear the Joker, I think of Jack Nicholson. Like that's what I kind of grew up on, and how I got into collecting was that old school comic style. But you have a lot of people who like Heath Ledger and so forth. So Cesar Romero, I don't mind. How about you?
Nah, dude, I say bring them all. This is like my second antagonist after Darth Vader, my second favorite. So I don't mind seeing so many actors playing this role because there's so many interpretations of the Joker that's out there, and I wouldn't mind seeing different actors taking different cracks at it. So far, I think they're on a decent streak. I know, like you mentioned earlier, a lot of people favor Leto, or not Leto, Ledger, Heath Ledger interpretation. But yeah, I loved Romero. I grew up on the '66 Batman, so Cesar Romero is my favorite at the time, and then Heath Ledger just pretty much took over for me. But yeah, I'm a fan of it. I say keep bringing them on.
Eddie, want to see a magic trick?
Yeah, James says John would do a great job as a Joker, better than Ledger for sure. I could see him pulling the pencil trick on Eddie. Eddie, what do you think?
I like that there's different versions and different actors playing the Joker. I think it's kind of like in the comics, there's a lot of different renditions of the Joker, and animated series and all these different takes. So I think it's cool. I can see what Dean's saying about the same storyline, but I think it's kind of cool that it could be different with DC because Marvel has that, where it's the cinematic universe and everything's cohesive. I kind of like that, you could either be a fan of Christian Bale, you could be a fan of, Zack Snyderverse, you could be a fan of, Joaquin's Joker. Like, I like that there's different takes and, everybody has a different favorite. So, I think it's cool.
Yeah, but then, like, when does it end? It's like, how many Batman origin movies are we going to
It never ends.
No, that's true. We don't need different origins.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
because 10, 15 years from now...
Sorry,
Eddie,
it can go on and on, the conversation,
Yeah, but 10, 15 years is a lot different than fucking 2 months. Like, it's like they had the
Kind
trailer
of like the
for
Spider-Man series.
Well, first off,
Yeah,
that
there's
movie
too
is
many
an
Spider-Mans.
absolute banger. There is too many Spider-Mans. You're not wrong. But clearly, Miles Morales is the best of the bunch.
Never mind. Go ahead. We don't need to keep talking about this the whole fucking time.
Yeah. But that's a little different, though, because that's not too live action. That's animated and live action. Comic movies always had live
I'm
action.
talking like Spider-Man, like Tobey
No, you're right. It's
Maguire,
like, how many
Andrew
times do I have to watch
Garfield.
Uncle Ben die, bro? It's like, Jesus Christ. It's lost its
at least
value
with-
for me, bro.
At least with the Tom Holland movies, they skipped past
over
shit
that.
and kind of just made it like a sentence. It's like, oh, when you don't do anything, people get hurt. Okay, I get it. Let's move on. Cool.
Yeah.
But like with every fucking Batman movie that comes out, it's like we have to watch his parents die, and then it's just like, God, when does it end? It's like, how many
dare
times
you.
do we have to see this? You know?
How dare you?
We'll see how it turns out with the RPAT's version, but I pretty much can guarantee
You're gonna
some
get the
fucking-
parents' death 100% on that one, I think. Yeah.
Jesus. Young Rich, Barry Allen, 178, releasing July to October 2021. I am not a big fan of this head sculpt. It both looks like what's his name, Ezra Miller, and also looks nothing like Ezra Miller. I'm so torn on this head sculpt. Lots of cool accessories. You get the Batarang, pizza, some documents, some photos, backpack. Young Rich is just all over the place though, with figure releases. It's a thing though, and the price isn't bad. So
They're
I guess
filling
we'll
in
see.
holes where people have them.
That's well,
It's nice to not just have one direction. Like on every one of Hot Toys posts, it's, hey, make something other than Star Wars and Marvel. It's just like, hey,
is it nice? Yes, but also it's like, if you're gonna fill in a hole for collection, do people really need this character? Why not go for Cyborg, right? Like, or finish your Spider-Verse line that you've already started and made like 4 miles from.
Now we understand.
Yeah,
what
there we
you're
go.
saying.
There we go.
We hit a nerve.
We got it. But anyways, what I'm saying is they're just like, throwing a dart at the wall, and whoever it lands on, they're making that fucking character. It makes no sense to me.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Dean, what do you think?
I think it's cool. I would get this set. Well, I mean, I personally wouldn't, but I would get it if I collected the DC line. Would not use the head sculpt, but it's a nice, like, you get all these accessories, you get the base figure. I would probably see if Watto could do a better head sculpt, which I'm sure he could, because, like you said, it's this is like on point and also not on point at all. It's like this weird amalgam of like, what am I looking at? But also knowing exactly what you're looking at. For the price point, that's cheap for body, clothes, accessories, I think, in fact, when we get the final product, it might look even better because Young Rich undersells.
Well, they also oversold on the Peter B.
Okay.
That's the thing. They're not consistent. It's like you don't know what the fuck you're gonna get.
Well,
John, what do you think?
I think, look, if you're collecting the line, I think he's great. At the end of the day, I'd pick up the figure. I'm personally not going to pick him up, but I'd pick up the figure and take a look online. There's some guys that are doing great head sculpts of the character, and just take it that way, because this comes jam-packed with accessories. You get the Batarang, knapsack, everything there. So I think it's a good bang for the buck if you're collecting the line. But yeah, that head sculpt, oh boy, that needs to be a complete 360 by release time. If
a 360, you start in one spot and then you end up exactly where you.
No, but a 360, like a 360 transformation, buddy. Hello, like 360 from this side to this side. No, I mean a 360.
We started. A 360 is a circle.
It's a circle. So look. You start from this side and you go all the way around to the other side. 360.
Where you just started.
Yeah, you started, but it needs to be updated from this side all the way to the other side.
Eddie, clip that, please.
You're both right.
Man, you guys
clip that, please.
I think I understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
And he says you go back to square one
It needs
with
to be
360.
fixed on all 360 degrees.
Exactly. Thank
Holy
you
shit,
for
that
the
was
interpretation. We had to dumb it down a little bit over here.
It's a Canadian math, bro. Common core Canadian math.
Mario, you pre-order this already?
Nope. This is a pass for me. But hey,
You're just doing Star Wars, aren't you?
For the most part, yeah. Yeah. Even I'm still
Mark, man, this guy.
Mark said maybe 360 is different
Look,
in Canada, guys.
live.
Stop
It
kidding
makes
me.
sense. It makes sense. Start from this half all the way around. Complete 360.
Look, hey, at least there's collectors out there that have a second chance to pick up a Flash figure, considering the Hot Toys one is going way up in price, right? You get 2 different display options, which is cool. I mean, if I get 2 different display options for a Star Wars figure,
it doesn't come with
it doesn't come with the suit, Mario. They're just showing you what it looks like on the suit. Yeah.
No,
they're showing what it looks like.
The head and the mask. I know Zach didn't press that button.
That wasn't me, dude.
I know it wasn't Zach because he asked the same question before the show started.
Yeah, but I did the homework. I did the
that's
I did my homework.
Push it again. Push it again.
Do your homework.
Yeah, so
Use my
this
own meaning
figure
against
comes
me.
with the head and the mask.
Head and the mask.
Actually, I think it comes with the yellow thing as well.
Yeah.
The trainee head
That's
looking
cool.
thing.
That's
Because they also showed that head on the body of the Flash figure with the suit. Like it was on display in his room, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah, so it
pass.
doesn't come with the second figure.
Yeah, never mind. I take whatever I said. I'll take it back.
I'm gonna double check.
So you hate it
just
completely.
keep going.
I don't like it. I'm not a fan of this. Let it. It's a thing. Whatever. Let it die.
I think it looks good. I don't know why people would need this. I think they're trying to make it like Spider-Man because of the Homecoming suit. How you could get all the accessories and stuff. They want to make Flash into that, and it just doesn't work the same way.
That's a good point.
I think the only 2 things that's cool with this is the mannequin head, the head sculpt, well, 3 things I guess, because then the mask as well. Because you can put it in your display as just the Flash's suit, like if you have a Batman display and you want the Flash's suit in the background, or if you want to put a Barry Allen head on your Flash figure, that's cool. I agree with you guys. The head is not, it's not all there. I think it loses me from the nose down. I think the eyes and the hair look good, but the nose and everything else kind of loses.
Yeah, maybe.
It.
Well, I don't know. I was gonna say his jaw, but he does have a real strong jaw.
He does, yeah.
I will say, at least, maybe I'm wrong because I've only watched each version of the movie once, but I feel like he spends more time in regular clothes than he does in the Flash outfit.
He does. You're right.
So I feel like Eddie said, like you could have the suit in the back as like on a display, and then have Barry Allen just hanging out. I think that'd be cool, but
what is does anybody know what that accessory up there is by the helmet?
It's a batarang.
It's a batarang.
it's the
No,
security
on the left.
footage. Oh,
The one that's like in red and it says additional. Is that just like their way of marking additional accessories? That's not an accessory itself. There?
I don't know. It looks small.
Wait, hang on. What are we looking at here?
You see by the mask.
I think it says pre-order bonus.
Oh, okay. So what is that?
Oh no, I'm sorry. It says additional accessories coming soon.
Oh,
So there's more coming soon. Wow.
Real quick, we do have a little bit of a correction. So I guess with this Joker figure, there's 2 different companies that are making one. I know KJ mentioned that, but the Doomsday Reveler is by Flashpoint, and the one that we showed was by Figuerello Studios. So they're both about the same price.
I was wondering why it said Figuerello there.
Dean fucked that up, I will say.
What do you mean?
You show sheeted it with those pictures of
I did not show sheet the
whoever
Joker.
whoever put that. That was amazing.
I didn't show sheet the Joker. That wasn't me.
Someone, I don't know.
Jenny.
I'm gonna go back and look. Fuck
Eddie,
you.
Eddie, tell us about this. This is the Chong Forest 179.99 OSC pre-order deadline 5/25/21 coming out.
What?
I don't know. There's a lot of numbers there, Eddie. I don't know why you put so many numbers in
Because
there.
it has a
Q4
pre-order
2021.
deadline, and I've never seen that before on a figure. It has a if you don't,
Some of
they're
them have
taking
cutoffs.
pre-orders down May 21st or May something, 2021. You got a problem, John?
I was gonna say, what's the name of the company? Chong Forest?
Chong.
No, Chong is the figure, and then Forest is the company.
Chong.
Or, I'm sorry, Chong is
the
Forest
is the figure.
Forest
Chong
is the figure. Chong is the company.
Yeah,
but this is obviously the iconic, the suit with the bench chocolates. Yeah.
I did put the right Joker.
180 is not bad.
I put the Flashpoint Joker on. I don't know where you got those other pictures.
No, you put the Figurello Joker.
Okay, anyways, we'll talk about it off the air.
Moving on,
Jesus Christ. Eddie, tell us about this figure.
I wanted to add this to the show sheet because I love Forrest Gump, and this pre-order had recently dropped, and now I'm torn because I love this figure. I just don't know how I feel about the head sculpt. I don't know if the head sculpt's all there, but I love the bench all of that.
Let me answer that question for you right now.
Yeah, the hair looks. It looks.
The head sculpt is a lot like Forrest Gump. It's not all there.
Wow. I don't know if we can say that, dude.
Fuck it though, bro. It's your life.
Moving on. There's also another one. I guess Eddie was all about Forrest Gump this week.
Eddie's like,
this is
by DJ Customs 173 Q1 2022.
Dude, they just don't care about copyright.
Oh, the accessories.
Eddie, tell us about this one also.
Yeah, this is the obviously when he's in Vietnam and he's escaping death, and the snake jumps up and bit him in the ass.
Spoilers.
Something jumped up and bit me.
So this is why I'm torn now, because this was recently announced, and I don't think the head sculpt is all there for this one either. But at least with this one, you have the helmet and stuff to kind of hide it. So I don't know if I need both of these figures or just one of these. But that's why I mean,
how much do you like this movie? I mean, I don't think you need.
Do you guys not like Forrest Gump? I don't get all the fucking
not
jokes.
enough to get a figure.
Not enough to get two figures.
Yeah, that's the thing with me though. I like collecting like movies that I grew up with. I like collecting figures. Like that's why I got Leo from
7
Chong
films
Toys.
that you've seen, bro.
I've seen a lot of films.
I know. Every time I talk to Ed, I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen Indiana Jones and Godfather, and all of a sudden I haven't seen all these movies.
You haven't seen Stranger Things?
Yeah, well, that's not important.
You haven't watched Indiana Jones before Forrest Gump?
I'm just saying, every time I talk to you, you haven't seen the thing.
Can we just go on?
Neither have you, John. What are you talking about?
I don't want to talk about it.
I didn't watch Forrest Gump, though.
They say it's $1 million wound, but the government must have taken that money because I ain't seen a penny of that $1 million.
Yeah.
So I guess which one are you leaning towards? Are you leaning towards both?
Yeah, both. I like both versions of the character.
Bofa?
Let's go Bofa? Bofa the Gump? Wow.
I would say if it was me personally, I would go with this version here, but I don't love this head sculpt.
They're both bad.
No, but I think
the tail looks pretty good on this one.
They're just
I meant the sculpts are bad. Go to the other sculpt. Look at that one.
No, but I think this one here.
Like his cousin.
I think you know who the character is, and I think the accessories justify it. That bench and all the other accessories, the box of chocolates.
Someone has done this before, haven't they?
Yeah, I forgot who, but they did this exact version of the character.
But it's real expensive.
I think it was DJ Custom, actually, the one that's making the army version. They had done this version previously, and it sells for like $400 now on resale.
Jeez, well, if you want one,
Dean, I'm gonna hit you with one of these real quick, and I think you know why.
A man can only admit when he was wrong and ask forgiveness.
All right, so the reason why we had that mix-up is TNS listed Doomsday Reveler as the photos for Zach's Joker.
I like how Zach is like, save it for after the show, and then immediately goes to prove me wrong. Fuck you.
No, because I was like, I know I went and Googled these photos, and that's why I came up with the ones based on the title that you put. Because you put it, okay, I will say this. You put it, and I think you just put a screenshot of like all the pics. You didn't actually send the pictures for the shows, the slides. Oh. And so I was like, let me go Google it on TNS because they have everything listed. So, in my defense, both of us kind of fucked up. And I would say about equally. So let's work on that going
forward. Play the clip again for me.
Just kidding. Up next, Eddie, you wanted to talk about this one as well. So tell us about.
Have you seen the movie, real quick?
Yes, Eddie. Have you seen this movie? Is he
I'm
crying?
gonna take your silence as a no. Is he silent? Is he on mute?
He's on. Yeah, you're on mute, dude.
Is this
I said I don't want to talk about figures anymore. Let's just move on.
Okay.
Because I don't.
I guess if Eddie doesn't want to talk figures anymore, it is a figure podcast, bro.
I don't know how you guys could talk shit about Forrest Gump, dude. When I didn't say shit about.
I mean,
the
it's a
Demogorgon.
good movie.
I like
it's
Forrest
a good.
Gump.
It's a
Well, first off,
fucking
you were talking shit about Ava
Academy
before the
Award-winning
show.
movie.
How dare you?
I love Forrest Gump.
Yeah,
Well, I
our
don't think
fucking
you could- I
movie.
don't think you
Okay,
can compare
let me,
Ava
let me,
to
yeah,
Well,
let me
hang on,
fucking talk about.
We'll
no,
talk
no,
about the
no.
movie of the week
No,
later.
no, no,
All
no,
right,
no,
save
no.
it for that part of the
Our
show.
movie of the week is Evangelion, and you're talking shit
Yes.
about Forrest Gump, dude.
Yeah,
and you
I
have
agree
like
with
Bro,
that,
three
yeah.
Evangelion, I can
figures?
guarantee you,
Get
Ava
the
is a bigger
fuck outta
cultural
here.
phenomenon.
No. Forrest
No,
in the
not.
world than Forrest
False.
Gump. I guarantee you.
False.
In Japan,
Well,
in
well,
Japan,
in
I
Japan,
guarantee.
That's not
yeah,
the world.
sure.
You just said the
Wow.
world, sir.
Yeah,
I'm
in the
pretty
anime
sure you
world.
said the world.
In the
No,
anime
no.
I
world.
bet you
Yeah.
anything the Vietnamese like Evangelion a lot more than they like Forrest Gump.
I guarantee you that, my friend.
Dude, Forrest Gump wasn't actually there.
I'm just saying in terms of
I have
watching a
seen-
war movie.
Okay,
I
Eddie,
have seen
at any rate, you added this to
Troy.
the show sheet. Tell us what you want to talk about this fucking figure. I'm gonna move on. Jesus Christ.
Dude, it's a new figure that I added to the show sheet. I don't see why I gotta fucking figure out all kinds of shit. It's Achilles from fucking Troy. It's a cool fucking character. That's why I wanted to put it on there.
Well, I'm letting you lead it
Jesus
in. This is
fucking
your
Christ.
figure that you wanted to add.
Yeah.
So
I
I
like
mean,
it.
tell us. I mean, do you like it? Do you not like it? What the fuck do you want
No,
to talk about?
I
it?
like
There's
it. I'm
20
I'm
figures
gonna-
this week.
I'm
We've
gonna
picked
pre-order it.
10.
I might do a Fison body swap.
I was gonna say this would be a very good candidate for a Fison body swap.
Yeah, because it seems like they went with the muscle body up top, but
I'm
then
not-
they cheaped out with those legs.
And the boots? What kind of fucking boots are these?
Well, those are the same boots that they used on the Gladiator, remember? And you were like, this
Look at
motherfucker's
these
wearing
fucking
cleats.
boots.
What's wrong with the boots?
What? What do you mean? They're not period accurate. This motherfucker's wearing boots that Forrest
Timberlands,
Gump
bro.
should
They're
be
not.
wearing.
Oh, the boots. I just
Those are
noticed that he's wearing
legitimately
boots.
like army boots.
I thought you were
should be
talking
wearing-
about the shin
Real quick.
guards.
No. The actual boots.
Yeah, I didn't see. He should have sandals on. not
Sandals
boots.
on.
Yeah, like a
I
Leonidas
just noticed
kinda.
that. That's fucking crazy.
You guys are worried about the boots? How about those knees, man?
That's
No,
why
I
I was
know.
saying the Fison swap would be smart.
No,
People
but
think
Dean's
we-
100% correct, dude. I don't know why the fuck he has boots. That's a good catch. What the
Luis
fuck
says
is
he got this
happening?
at Journeys at the mall.
I
People
bet you
think
any-
people
Oh,
think
go
we
on.
fucking hate each other, and you're right. Yeah, those boots. Though.
Dude, someone from Side Toys is watching this like, oh my god, they're talking about our figure. We didn't even ask them to. And now we're roasting the fuck out of it. And they're just like, oh no. What kind of boots are these guys?
Dude, he's got to protect the Achilles
He
heel.
should be wearing. Dude,
I was not prepared for that. Holy
That was good. That was good.
he should be
That was
wearing
funny.
Rainer sandals.
You should.
Yeah, Rainer can't defend himself. That's fucked up.
Nah, he couldn't fit into Rainer's sandals, dude.
Daddy, chill.
Oh man. Moving on.
I'm just saying he's got small feet. Rainer is a giant.
Oh man. Moving on.
Are you glad I added it to the show sheet now? That was amazing.
I don't know why you got so mad. I was like, bro, I'm just letting you introduce
It's
the
the way
figure
you
that were
preface.
so-
Is the way you
How dare
preface
you.
all of the figures I added, dude. It was very
How dare you.
disrespectful.
Well, I mean, that's what I do, bro. Insta Tamashi put up for pre-order. Tamashi Nations, they put up the Super Saiyan 4 Goku. This one's coming in at $45. This is a regular release. It is not a exclusive
Dude,
PBandai.
fuck them, bro.
Oh, let me finish.
How you gonna? Okay.
I think that the price is great. I'm glad they're not doing it PBandai exclusive. And I will say this is a figure that I think it anchors like a potentially an entire line, right? You can go from here. You can make Kid Goku. You can make Baby Vegeta, Super Android 17, Omega Shenron. I mean, there's so many characters that they can build off of this that I think it would almost be stupid for them to make it PBandai exclusive, right? Make it regular release so like anyone that wants it can get it, and then you can anchor this to like a dozen other figures. What were we gonna say, Dean?
This figure is $45.
Yes,
That's a really good price.
I've seen it as high as 55, but that's like on like a third party retailer.
But it's like, dude, how is this a completely new sculpt, 100% original figure, $45, and everybody else is like $80 to $150. Fucking Gohan. Fucking.
Well, Gokus are always traditionally cheaper. Like if
Yeah,
you look
but
at the
what the
Goku
fuck, dude?
Super Saiyan Blue figures, like they come in like at $25, and then the same
Almost-
Vegeta from the exact line is like 60.
Almost all the figures released this year, I have not bought because they're so fucking expensive.
That's why I got out of the line. I got priced out.
It's like, dude, what the fuck? Like, why are all these really great banger figures required to fill a line, 100 plus, and then you come out with this fucking bullshit for $45? Super Saiyan 4 is probably the dumbest transformation ever, and I'm glad GT is no longer canon. I'm first in line to not buy this fucking thing. It's stupid.
Dude,
How is
Super Saiyan
Goku
4
going to
is
be
amazing,
a little itty bitty child and then turns into a full grown adult in a transfer? It's stupid. It's fucking dumb. GT is garbage. It's not by Akira Toriyama, not even a little bit. And I'm glad that they X'd it.
Daddy, chill.
Not like this. Not like this.
Mark says cancel Dean.
I'm glad.
Cool. I want to see it again.
I'm glad that
Eddie.
the GT figures I don't ever have to buy. So that's great.
How dare
Well,
you.
I am not as opinionated on this as Dean is. I agree that I'm not a big fan of GT, but I've always liked the look of the Super Saiyan 4, so that's cool. And I know people have wanted it, so it's cool that they can get their figure. And I think it's cool that it's $45. That's
You're not wrong.
What do you think, Mario?
Nothing. What about you, John?
Yeah, Dean articulated my feelings. No interest here. And on this one too. Next.
Speaking of BS, Dean, the Namek Bulma PBandai $62 October 2021. Let's hear Dean get riled up again. Now they did say they were going to fix the boot paint, but that was just a prototype. The belt is still painted. John, shut the fuck up. The belt is still painted. Jesus.
Jeez.
Oh,
Do
geez,
that
Zach's
shit on your show.
sensitive
Do it
with
on
the
my
Dragon
show.
Ball Z characters, boy.
I'm trying to talk about the figure, and you're talking over me, dude. Jesus Christ. The belt
breath.
is not painted here. The belt is not painted here. And, belt is not painted. They haven't mentioned if they're going to touch that up or not. But Dean, I know you were very passionate about the price point. So 62 PBandai exclusive.
Okay, 62 isn't that bad, considering Gohan was like 80.
Yeah.
And then his aftermarket price was like
Well, no,
150.
Gohan was like $60 also, but Big Bad Toy Store had him for like 92. Remember they did that thing where they charged like way more than retail.
IDK. I don't remember him being that cheap.
What's-
I don't know if he's
what's
fucking
that supposed
stupid
to mean,
for
James?
now. What's wrong with her boot paint? I don't get it.
There's just a portions of the booth that are missing paint. Just like
okay.
they said they're gonna address it on the next next time they show the pictures.
Yeah, it's Bulma should be a $45 figure. Although she
Gohan,
comes with a
Gohan
butt
was
ton of stuff.
$52
Okay.
retail.
Really?
Yeah.
Why didn't I order that? That's so weird.
Because it was
Anyway.
pay up front, remember?
Yeah.
It was full pay up front.
Anyway, yeah, she's like a $45 figure max. Because the Bulma from Dragon Ball came with a lot more stuff, and she was cheap. Again, it's like, why are you making these figures exclusive? No, this is official.
Yeah, Mark says guys on the edge tonight. Danny Lee says daddy chill. Nope, Big Nope says is the belt painted. James C says Zach was like me with my grade 7 class. He never shut up when I'm talking. Ark says this real figure looks like something my daughter drew. John says, John, I wasn't saying you were like my 7th grade class.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great looking figure. I do want it. I think it's fucking bullshit that all these really great banger figures are fucking exclusive and then their prices get stupid high. I will say that this is probably a figure we'll see again. I mean, they're really bad about reissuing exclusives or just figures in general, so I don't see it being a problem later.
Are you going to buy it?
Probably not.
Wow.
I want to, but probably
TRS Ray released this week. I think it looks pretty great. They did add the yellow blade for the end scene. I think it looks okay. I'm not a huge fan of the portrait. I think it just looks a bit weird, like from the eyes up. I don't really see it. And then also the ears look a little pointy. And I don't recall that being the case on the old Ray figures. You guys already know my stance on like this seamless body stuff, but you know, I get it. I'm not as impressed with this as the Kylo. What do you think, Dean?
Dude, honestly, this figure looks fucking good. I'm not buying sequel trilogy shit, because like honestly, Rey is like a garbage tier character. But it looks fucking good, man. I honestly tempted. I still have my fucking what the hell's the name of the first movie? Force Awakens Rey in the box. Like, I don't even want to display her. You know?
Can I have it?
I can't have it, but we
can I have it? Well,
absolutely not.
I don't think so. I mean,
but the Kylo also looked way better. Like once it was released, I think this one did too. They didn't really change anything on it. I just think it came out fantastic. The Kylo, they changed like the head sculpt and stuff and the hair. This one they kind of left it alone, but it came out great. Added stuff. They added Leia's lightsaber and her lightsaber, which is cool. Does she also come with Kylo's, or is that just something all the people add to the photos?
I think it was added from the photos.
Okay, because like
you mean the reforged saber, right?
Or no, Kylo's.
No, Kylo's
Kylo Ren's.
No, I don't think she comes.
Because I keep seeing her pose with it, because she does it in the movie, but I wasn't sure if it was just like, you know, the blogger photos, they just added it. Either way, that's how many lightsabers? 3? That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It comes with a little Dio. I love that droid. I think he's so cool.
Adorable.
I would probably honestly buy the Dio separately if someone was selling it. What about you, Eddie?
I think the figure looks good too. I know there's been a lot of like love and hate with the sculpt. I think it looks like her. I don't think anything's wrong with it. I think it's as good as anything Hot Toys has done with head sculpts. I don't think there are a few that are like above the others where they're like amazing sculpts, but I think mostly Hot Toys does things at like 90% likeness, and I think it reaches that. And I don't personally like the sequel trilogy. I'm not a fan of the character, so I wouldn't. I do like that they added her lightsaber to the figure because I think she has a really cool lightsaber. I was telling Mario this yesterday. The only thing I like about the sequel trilogies is the lightsabers. So that's a cool add-on. But what about you, Mario? I know you're the Star Wars guy.
Yeah, no, I am. JB, just to answer your question, I am picking this up. From the neck down, I love it. I love the look of the outfit when this came out. I think this is probably her definitive look. It's a nice surprise to see the extra lightsabers. I like how they have they brought out the cloth and all that. You can wrap it up the same way that I just picked up in the lightsaber set that I just had. You can kind of recreate that scene. But dude, I was really hoping they would update the head sculpt. I mean, they had time to work with Kylo, and I was really hoping that they would do the same for Rey. But I mean, at least she comes with a blast shield helmet that I can display it with. So maybe I'll just do that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I do collect everything Star Wars right now, including sequel trilogy, and yeah.
That's my gut reaction. Sorry.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm looking forward to having this to complete the display.
Yeah, Scott says he ordered her. Should be in the next couple days. Andres says I wanted this to be better. I'm passing. Danny says the set is photogenic. Looks appealing. John, what do you think?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, congrats, Scott, on picking her up, and anybody else who picked her up. I think this is the best rendition of Rey, figure-wise. I love the accessories that she comes with. It was nice of them to include the lightsabers from the neck down. I hope they tweak that head sculpt, because if you compare her to images of the actual
God damn it, Ark.
the head sculpt is atrocious, absolutely atrocious in my opinion. So hopefully they'll tweak it like they did with Kylo. If not, I don't know. I won't be picking her up. I'm not a sequel fan. But congrats to whoever did.
Ark, is that because you're not very good looking, or because to cover you from Mario's blast?
Oh, Jesus. You got to read the comment for the people listening, my guy.
You want me to read the comment?
I mean,
I didn't know you wanted me to read the comment, but Ark
you
says
answered to it, so.
Ark says, whenever I make love to Mario, I have to wear a blast shield helmet. And I'm just curious as to whether that's due to his looks or due to Mario's blast.
Maybe both. Who knows?
Jesus. Let's hear from our sponsors. And we'll be right back.
It's Watto Scrapyard, Annie. We want to thank our friends over at Watto Scrapyard for sponsoring tonight's episode.
You can find them on Instagram at Watto Scrapyard. They're also on Facebook and eBay as well.
Yeah, man. They make 3D printed parts for hard-to-come-by Kenner and Hasbro vehicles, which is a huge help when you're looking for those lost pieces. They also make printed head sculpts of literally anybody you could think of.
Literally anyone. They've made a head sculpt of me. They've made head sculpts of PewDiePie for you. They've made all kinds of Jedi, all kinds of characters from the Star Wars universe. They are absolutely amazing. They can get any sculpt you want designed and printed for a reasonable fee today.
We also want to thank our sponsor, 16 Corner. Zach, I absolutely adore 16 Corner.
They are the best in the biz. Great prices, great customer service. You send them a message, you don't get ignored, you don't get pushed to the back of some line. They write back, they're super polite, super caring, they pack and ship excellently. They're the best in the biz.
Yeah, man. Their mission is to provide the best figures and collectibles to their customers. They offer really good prices, like you said, great packaging, the likes of which we had never seen before.
Literally.
And fast shipping.
Choose your figures, pay safely with PayPal, and leave the rest to them. What a bunch of angels. So we did have a little bit of a light show sheet, and this particular story about a book, a story, was so incredibly crazy that I was like, we just need to share this. Now, last week was Star Wars week. Lots of crazy news. So let's go back in time to about 1992. This gentleman here, Kenneth Flint, was commissioned by Lucasfilm Limited to write this novel called The Heart of the Jedi. It was eventually canceled. So, and in 1992, he had sent a draft of this book to his editor at Bantam Spectra, and he didn't hear back from his editor for months. Right? I don't know if that's normal in the book world, but apparently it was not like out of the ordinary. Eventually, he contacted his agent, who in turn contacted Bantam, and he discovered that the editor had determined that this book, The Heart of the Jedi, could not be published, arguing that it no longer fitted into the sequence of events for the new series of books that were coming up. He was then told that he would supposedly that the editor had promised another author from a different group of writers that her book would be placed in the position of the release schedule that this book was supposed to be released in. The book was never published, but the guy was allowed to keep a $10,000 advance from Lucasfilm, and he was given the opportunity to write 2 Star Wars short stories, Dr. Death, The Tale of Dr. Evazan and Ponda Baba, and Old Friends, which I believe he did write. However, according to Flint, the events that kind of surrounded this cancellation, in his words, destroyed his relationship with Bantam Spectra and his career as a writer. Now, in 2015, so flash forward many years, he edited this novel because he still had like all his materials. He edited it to fit the current expanded universe of Star Wars, right? So Disney bought Star Wars, they changed things up, they kind of erased different parts of books and whatever, but he edited it to fit nicely within the time frame that he wrote it for, and also the other books that were presently released in that time frame. And he released it for free, as a PDF, and you could download it and read it. Now, everything was fine with that. It was a free PDF, no big deal. But on March 4th, 2021, without the permission of Lucasfilm, he released it as a paperback on Amazon with the Star Wars branding and the original cover art. And in the description, he put that he promised he was making no profit off of it, and he asked Disney not to sue them.
On March 4th?
It may be May 4th. This is from the Star Wars Wiki, but I believe it was May 4th, 2021. At any rate, during Star Wars Week, they either found out about it or a lot of people started buying it, and it was last week it was pulled off Amazon.
That sucks.
And the book, which you could buy it for $12 on Amazon, and it was like Amazon has a service when you write a book where they'll handle the printing and the distribution, but you don't really make any money off of it. It's more just to get your book out there. And the book is now going. There's bids like for $300, and like some people are trying to get $500 for this book. But everyone in the Star Wars book reading community is trying to get this book because of like the story behind it, and the fact that it was edited in to fit into the current canon, and the fact that the guy just released it as like it, like all the like the book matches exactly with the books released in that time frame. So if you had it on a shelf, like it just looks like a legitimate book with the branding, the labels, like everything. And it got pulled off of Amazon. So I thought it'd be a fun thing to share. If anyone wants to comment anything, go ahead. But yeah, I just thought it was like a crazy ass story that this guy just was like, fuck it, we're gonna release this book on Amazon, and please don't sue me.
I thought I heard something about this book was outselling anything in the current Disney canon.
Yes, it sold a shitload of copies. Like it was, yeah, you're right. It was outselling a lot of the current stuff.
Yeah, that's why it got
because
pulled
the current
really
stuff
quick.
is garbage.
Now, I haven't read anything from the expanded universe or the Legends line, whatever you want to call it nowadays, and even anything from the current canon. I'm more of a traditional, just the films and that's it. Films, whatever live action animation.
Even the expanded universe are now called Legends. George Lucas never considered those to be canon.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a trip how like a lot of Star Wars fans just took that and ran with it as if it was canon.
Yeah.
You know, even though Lucas himself really said he really doesn't consider it canon at all, but
yeah, and there's certain levels of canon which I just discovered this week. There's like S canon and C canon, and I don't really even understand what those mean, but yeah, apparently this book is, and just from the people that have read it, is supposed to be pretty good, and it fits really nicely, kind of nestles its way in between a bunch of different current stories. So by all indications, it's supposed to be a pretty good book. If I could get it for $12, I'd get it, just to read it, but I'm not going to be reading a PDF.
Why not? If there's a PDF
free.
out there, why not? Yeah, exactly.
It's
a free
still out
PDF.
there?
Well, I want to sit on the couch and have a book in my hand. I don't want to read a PDF.
Put it on a Kindle.
That's what a Kindle's for.
Or print the PDF.
Yeah, then I got to buy a Kindle.
You have
then-
iPads. What the fuck?
Use
Yeah,
your
but
phone,
the
dude.
iPad is not a Kindle. The Kindle's like a certain type of screen that you can read for like hours and it'll hurt your eyes.
Zach is
Look,
too
I'm just
bougie.
saying. I'm just saying,
Well,
Dean,
buy
you're
a
not wrong.
Kindle.
Anytime there's something, I can make it more difficult, but I just would rather have a book, right?
You can't. You do make it more difficult. Not you can make it more difficult.
You're not wrong, bro.
You
are
do
not
it
wrong.
like on purpose. That's weird.
You are
Is the PDF
not
still out there?
wrong. Now that's the thing. I think the PDF got taken down too. I think this like him taking the step to print it kind of put it on the map, right?
No, it's still
Because
here.
it sold thousands
I'm sure
of
it's-
copies.
It's
Yeah,
still
I'm sure
here.
someone will have it.
Well,
still
anything
online.
is on the internet, right? But it might not be hosted in the original way that it was
Yeah, no,
hosted
it's not.
beforehand.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, shit, we got
Shit,
Ray
John
J's
just found it?
case tape. Anyways, Venom 2, There Will Be Carnage trailer went up this week. I thought it was pretty good. I'm not sure that I love like the atmosphere that the trailer is putting out there, but I mean, I'm excited to see it, and it seems like
What's with
seems
these
like it's a
Doc-
pretty. Wait, what?
Oh, these like Doc Arc tentacles.
As opposed to tentacles, yeah, you're right.
very
What do you guys think of the
Robotronic.
trailer?
It was okay. They kind of made Venom like a fucking goofball. It's just real stupid. Which is like not. I don't know. Although they made him a loser in the last movie, he was like a reject from his own planet. But like I don't know, like it's not like an endearing kind of idiot oaf, It's just kind of like, dude, can this dude shut the fuck up, please? Tom Hardy's a badass. I like Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
what's his name that's playing Carnage?
Woody
Harrelson.
Woody.
Amazing, right? He's always in good
Hell
shit.
yeah.
I'm excited to see the movie. I just don't like the way they made Venom.
Yeah, I agree with Dean. I'm a big fan of Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock, and I like the way Venom looks in the movie. But I agree too. They try to make him like funny. I think they're trying to go for like a Deadpool vibe, and it just comes off like dumb. Like the shit he says, it just sounds dumb. And but yeah, I'm excited to see Woody Harrelson as Carnage. That should be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy the first Venom film. I mean, it was. I'm not saying it was a great movie, or it was a dated '90s comic book movie, but I still enjoyed it. The trailer on this one, it was all right. Like what Dean said, I'm kind of looking forward to it. Hell, I'm looking forward to actually watching anything nowadays, man. It's been a while since anything new that has really freaking dropped. But what's his name? The Cletus Cassidy, the guy that plays or that's supposed to be Carnage.
Yeah,
I love Woody Harrelson, but his rendition of Cletus. I mean, not that I know how the character is supposed to act, but I just thought it was a little goofy as well, a little silly. But we'll see. We'll see how it comes out. I'll probably definitely go check it out when it comes out.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I don't think I'd pay to watch it in a theater, but if it comes to a streaming service, I take the time to watch it. It leaves you wanting a bit more.
You can't pay to watch it in the theater. You can't leave your house.
Yeah, that's now.
Got him.
Anyways, I see what Alvin says here. He says, I hope Hot Toys makes a new Venom with a head sculpt. Also, do you guys realize that the current Hot Toys Venom might actually get released close to the movie release date? So yeah, I'm excited to kind of see what kind of figures. Maybe we'll get a rendition of Carnage. But it's nothing I'm going to be running out of the house to go watch, that's for sure.
Well, you can't.
I still haven't even watched Venom, to be completely honest with you.
James C says, "Gotta roll, guys! Another great stream. Love watching these before my classes. What a guy!"
Take care, James.
See you, James.
James, let me know how that toy origin thing shakes out. Our movie of the week, Ava 1.11. You are not alone, John. You should be alone forever. Ava 1.11. The film focuses on a young teenager named Shinji Ikari who finds he must pilot a mecha known as Evangelion Unit 1 to protect the world from mysterious creatures known as angels. Now, Ava 1.0 or 1.11, as it was released, takes the first six. Okay, takes the first six episodes. What a dick, bro! What a dick. You know, first John falls asleep on stream. Now this.
I didn't fall. We're gonna make it clear. I didn't fall asleep on stream. Anyways,
it takes the first 6 episodes of the original anime, condenses them, and like completely redoes the animation and everything about it. But I love this film. I think it's great. I think the animation is beautiful. I think, you know, to be able to cut down 3 hours into about 1:45, you know, they did leave some stuff on the table, some explanation. And, you know, these films are designed that they build on each other. And even in the original anime, you don't get a lot of answers until, like, you know, the last 2 episodes. Or even the end of Evangelion, the movie. But, you know, I know, Dean, you were not too keen to watch these, and you begrudgingly watched them for movie of the week. I'm curious to see what you thought about it.
Yeah, so and this isn't the first time they've reanimated the show. It's an old show. It came out in the early 90s. They reanimated it in the early 2000s, and then they did it again. Pretty much shot for shot. It's not like they redid the show. They just reanimated what currently exists with a little updating. It's fucking gorgeous, dude. This movie is beautiful. They added a lot of scenes of stuff you shouldn't have seen yet.
Until much later, yeah.
Until much later, but like Zach said, they're cutting a lot of shit out. So when you add these other things in, it leads to more questions that'll be answered, I guess, a little sooner. So I didn't find it off-putting like I thought I would. A big thing that's missing from the show, which I could have sworn she was in the show a lot sooner, is Asuka.
No, Asuka is first introduced in episode 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I thought that when we rewatched it, I was like, I could have sworn she was in this movie.
Dude, so did I. I could, but I'm not looking forward to Asuka because I fucking hate her.
She's good in Rebuild, dude. She's good.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. I'm excited to see how they change her because I know that was like people's biggest gripe is that Asuka's like very different in the Rebuild. No, I didn't. How dare you? He said I only read the back cover. I was there. They
come
made
over
me
and
watch
watch.
it.
Come over and watch 2.2.
I'm
Got on Blu-ray, bro.
And
you can't leave the house, dude. You gotta.
Oh, I'm sure they'll make an exception for that offer.
Well, Evangelion? Yeah, you go ahead.
Oh, you could go, but don't worry about it.
Can't even go to the grocery store.
Yeah, it was just a very interesting experience. Like, not that I've watched Evangelion recently, but you know, once you see something, you've seen it. So when I'm watching this, I'm like, oh, I know what's going to happen, or oh, I know this part, or I know this part coming up. But it was a very interesting way of watching it again, where it's like, oh, this is different enough that it kept me interested, that I wasn't bored just watching the same thing over again. And like you said, trimmed out a lot of fucking just filler and bullshit.
Now, Dean, now you said it great. Like, this is a reanimation, but it's also basically a shot-for-shot remake of the first 6 episodes.
Right.
Cut out the fat. Now, Rebuild 2, it's like you thought you know where this is going.
Right.
Absolutely not. It's totally... it's like I was thinking, okay, like episode 7 through 14, 15. No, it is totally different.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to watch. At some point, you and I will have to watch it. It'll be interesting.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of critiques of the Rebuild series. The direction they're taking Asuka in, I know I'm not a fan of, but I still want to see it, if that makes sense. So
yeah, Eddie,
I had fun. I enjoyed it. I know these guys were bored, and I don't know. They seemed
they have no culture. I
disinterested.
mean, Eddie watches fucking Bleach, so I mean,
Eddie doesn't actually watch anything apparently.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I don't think that if you haven't seen anything about Evangelion that you start with this movie, because I had a lot of questions and I feel like that alone took me out of it. I felt very lost, and I felt like we were asking a lot of questions while it was going on, and there was a lot of things Zach and Dean had to answer for us, and that kind of took me out of it. I was paying attention, but at the same time, I wasn't drawn into it. It didn't bring me in, and I like the idea of it because obviously I love like Pacific Rim and stuff. I love that idea of Evangelion, but there was just too many questions, and I didn't feel drawn in necessarily. I know Mario fell asleep during the fucking movie.
Yeah,
so.
I fucking fell asleep. I will say this, Eddie. If you watch the original, like we were saying, like you have no fucking clue about what's going on until the last few episodes. And so even if you watch the anime, like the first 6 episodes, you'll still have like probably those same questions. But I think in the Rebuild in the first movie, you do have a little bit more answers. But it's weird because the way the anime was produced, right? Like they would do like a few episodes at a time based on the budget. And there's some points where they mention certain things, and then you find out that those things are not accurate. And it's like either and the fan community is still real, like they don't really know. It's like, did this character lie? Did this character not know? Or did the actual writers of the show just change it, like, and just not retcon it? Particularly, and this isn't a huge spoiler, but in the anime, so remember Eddie in that scene when they go down like deep underneath the geodome, and they show Lilith on the crucifix, and they're like, this is why we're doing this, is because of this right here. We're protecting Lilith. In the anime, it's not till I think episode 14 that you see that area. And it actually might even be episode 20. It's really far into the show. But they call it Adam. And then you find out later that it's actually not Adam. But for from the point you hear it till it's revealed it's not, you just like know that it's Adam, and then they tell you it's not, and everyone just is okay with that. So the anime is not like, it's not one of those animes that like just throws everything at you. You kind of have to like look for the symbolism and it's kind of like Star Wars, right? Like you can watch Star Wars and get like a general gist of the plot, but there's books, and I mean people have like hour-long discussion videos on one topic, and I mean it's a lot deeper than just like a surface value type of show, right?
I see
so
what you're saying.
I totally understand if you didn't get it, because for me I had to watch a lot of the episodes a few times to really understand what was going on, because it's like it's not I agree. I don't think Rebuild was the best primer if you're getting like a first watch, but it's also an easier sell for you guys than me telling you, hey, let's watch 3 hours of an anime.
Yeah,
let's just watch an hour and 40 minutes. But I appreciate that you watched it. I know some of you guys didn't like it, but I genuinely appreciate that you guys watched it.
It was cool doing the stream and everything. I
that was fun.
We did it that way.
Yeah. If you're on Patreon, we have on the Patreon link. There's a you can actually watch us watching the movie, and the movie's playing in the background while we're talking about it. So it's like a little commentary. Mario, you did fall asleep during the movie, and I don't blame you, because I know you had a long day that day and you were like walking Disney, but I don't think you like this movie very much.
I wish I would have watched the same movie you guys did. I have no idea what you guys watched, but look, I mean, let me ask you, would this have been easier to digest in episode form? Because you said this movie is like the first 6 episodes or something like that.
Yeah, I think you could. I think you could watch it in episode form, but again, it's not an anime that really just like throws all the answers out there, right? Well, in episode form, you get a little bit more backstory, but again,
that's what I want. I mean, I really don't watch anime in general, but in a story in general, I would like some sort of character development, a little bit more. The plot was very basic. I couldn't really get into what was going on, because it was just, to me, it's just so generic. There was so much going on, and then all of a sudden this one character is introduced, and I have no idea who they are or why they are there, and from there I just basically tuned out. And then after everyone was just chatting over it, I just gave up and ended up catching a few Z's here and there.
Hey man, I don't blame you. I think you could watch it in episode form. But it's not for everyone, right? I mean, there'll be times like Manny's one of his favorite movies is the what's it, Dean? The Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Yeah. I did not like that movie, but there's people that do like it. So I mean, I'm not saying if you watch the episodes. I like the movie. It's not my favorite movie. I've seen it a few times, but I'm not like gonna get 2 figures from it. I will say this, Mario. I think if you watch the episodes, you may like it more, but I don't think if you didn't like the general premise of like a robot fighting a monster, like watching the episodes isn't gonna do it for you.
No, I love those kind of premises. I mean, shit. I'm a Macross fan. It's the same idea. Just like what you guys also mentioned in Pacific Rim, freaking Go Lion, all the Voltron shit. I like all that shit too. But it's just I don't know. This one just didn't grab me. So. Not like art grabs me though.
What do you think, bro?
I'll be honest. I don't think it was as bad as I thought it was going to be. To be 100% honest. Wow. I was watching it. I watched the whole thing. I'll start by saying I can appreciate the collectibles you bought a little bit more after watching this. I think the figure looks pretty sweet, and I never understood what that capsule was that you had. And I think after watching it, I think that's pretty cool. I like the animation. The story was on and off. I like a little bit of a spoiler. I like the way the city kind of retracts when they're going into battle. I think that was a sick detail. The one thing I couldn't stand is the amount of whining of the character. He just never manned up. Like even at the end of the movie, he just never. It was just whining from the beginning to the end, and all you heard was his daddy issues, and then he accidentally molests Ray, and it's just back and
what?
I will say this.
Did I miss all this when I fell asleep?
You did. None of these characters are particularly good people.
Yeah.
They have almost no redeeming qualities, right?
Yeah.
But it's a very grounded show, right? Like you watch like Dragon Ball Z and Goku's like this noble, like, Like, it's not like that. This is like real people who are just fucking awful humans, and they all have their own agendas. Shinji does have the daddy issues, right? And even up until the last episode of the show, that's just like his thing, right? There's other characters that have other mental issues, but I mean, you also have to think about it. These kids are 14 and they're put in this position like, hey, you either do this thing that's traumatizing and maybe save the world, or you don't and everyone fucking dies.
Yeah.
And it's like, those 100%. Are the two choices. So you're right. They are not like mentally, they don't have a lot of mental fortitude, but
how did you feel about the voice actors for the...
I like the Netflix actors more. I'll be honest.
Okay.
I like the Netflix voice actors a little bit more, but I don't think the voice acting totally took me out of it. I think the thing that really impressed me the most was the visuals.
Yeah, the visuals.
Because I've only seen the Netflix version, so I don't know which animation that is. If that's the original or the updated that Dean's talking about, but I thought the Netflix animations were pretty sweet. But then seeing this, I mean, I was like, God damn. And then, they kind of redesigned some of the angels and a little bit of the Avas, just a little bit. Mm-hmm. And I really like the way that they that they did those.
It was honestly not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I just feel like they tried to, like, if you're coming into this too much crammed into that hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And I feel like towards the end, you never got that, like, hero moment. It happened, but you never got that hero, that attitude, like, oh, I did it, sort of thing.
Yeah, so the one thing also is this is the first of a set of 4 movies, so, it's
there's
not,
still another 4, another 3.
Well, there's another 3, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
there is more character development, right? But,
okay.
Yeah, it comes and goes. Dean, you have not picked a movie of the week in a while, and I would like you now to tell us what our movie of the week is for next week.
Empire Strikes Back.
Oh,
I was just kidding.
I was
if you guys are cool with it, I love Empire.
Well, I feel like we talked about that movie quite a bit.
All right, well, I'll think about it. I'll get back to you.
All right, we'll announce it on Ox.
I'll post it on Ox, yeah.
Joy of hobbying. I did a stream last Thursday. Last Thursday, I had like some gusto. I was like, you know what? I haven't done any hobbying in a while. I don't know if you guys know this, but I fucked my thumb up, my hand up, and I haven't really been able to hobby and then really had the like desire to hobby. And so I felt pretty good the other day. And right before OFAC on Thursday, I was like, I'm going to do a quick little hobbying stream. I'm going to get this Black Series Hunter and I'm going to do some paint work on it. And it's like a 30-40 minute stream, but I show you how to take a Black Series clone, which I think is pretty well sculpted but not really well detailed. And I do some paint work on it and I show you some dry brushing techniques. And at the end, I think it came out pretty decent. And, it's something that even if you have zero skill in painting, this is real, what I call it gross painting. You can just, really go at it. You don't have to be too precise. The paints are cheap. The figures are cheap. The worst case you mess up and you ruin a $3 brush and waste a penny worth of paint and a $20 figure. So I think it's a great little video if you want to try to get into doing some hobbying and you don't want to ruin like a Hot Toys or use a super expensive paint. I think it's a pretty good tutorial, and I think the end result was pretty decent, and I can't wait to get the other 2. I guess the other 3 Bad Batch members and paint them up like this. So that's on the channel. You just gotta scroll down. It's from a few days ago. As far as the May Patreon benefits go, those are shipping this week. They're taking forever to print these stickers, but the Dean the Dream sticker and the Collecting Weekly Live Unboxing stickers, those are going to be the stickers for May. Those are shipping out here in the next few days. And then we also did order today the June sticker. So we have the new Small Talk logo that Manny designed, and then Manny was nice enough to do a matching Oxfather sticker to match the Dean the Dream sticker. I believe he's working on Eddie Money Mendez's sticker as well, and he plans to do Mario. Mario said he should skip him.
Whoa.
But I would like to have the Mario and the John and have the 5-some on a laptop or something. I think that would be real cool. But yeah, so these are in print right now. I actually ordered them early because dude, these fucking things took way too long this month. But yeah, so May you'll be getting the live unboxing sticker and the Dean the Dream sticker. The Dean sticker will have a white outline just like mine. And then in June, you'll have the Small Talk sticker and the Oxfather sticker. So stay tuned for that. Dean, can we shout out the Patreonies, please?
Hell yeah, we can. Can't do this without you guys. We want to give you a huge shout out. So, Ben Porter, Sean Fear, Ian CB, Renee Mendez, Eric Mariscal, Quinn Aguirre, Lemur Hernandez, King Louie, Mark Pearson, Paul Schreiber, James Colley. I still don't know if I'm saying that right. Sweet Danny Lee, Deanie Martin, Stephen Krett, Big Ol' Fern, King Zach, Caesar Mariquin, Mike Cruz, Lisa Martin Bomonsky, Rick De Gregorio. I'm saying that right. Absolutely. Alvin Jules, Bo LeBoyd, Eric Ruiz, Mario Cortez, Stephen Percha, Sean Usby, Scott Bradley, Jesse Contreras, Stephen Maria Stanley, Lord Voldemort, Eddie Manzanares, and Joe Chutbeeks Corpus.
What a bunch of angels.
Angels, bro.
We have 3 tiers. The Sweet Angel tier, $5 a month. Stickers sent straight to your door and access to Ox After Dark. The Certified Crispy, $15 tier. The Certificate and assistance with all figure fixes and all the benefits of the previous tier. Also, the $25 What a Guy tier, which is the 18 by 24 poster, doubles of all the stickers we send, and 1 sculpt year painted by Darkside Customs. If you ordered posters in May, those should be shipping out in June once we get the poster order in from our printer. As far as the benefits go, we also did drop the Miles Morales prints. Those are on Patreon. You can download both prints if you're in the top tier, or if you're in any other tier, you can download the masked print. We do have the vote up for, or the nomination rather, for the June print. I think we have like Superman nominated, Master Chief, Silver Surfer. I think Thor is nominated, a few different characters there. So we will, whichever one wins is what will get drawn. And Victoria was nice enough to do these for us, and we thank her for that. As far as the t-shirts go, they've been in and out of sale all week, but we have a few there. So the CW Live shirt, the OFAC, the Retro Small Talk, the In and Outs of Collecting, Ox Plays, the Godzilla vs. Kong theater showing, the Ox Icon, the Gooch Grease, the Only Fool / OnlyFans, CW Retro, Fuck That Guy, and the Creeps Are Us shirt. As far as the network goes, Small Talk, they'll be going live this week on Thursday. OFAC is uploading on Thursday. Rarities is going live the last Sunday of the month. Joy of Hobbying, the last video is on the YouTube and the Joy of Hobbying playlist. In and Outs, they went live 2 weeks in a row. So, Mario, you taking this Friday off and then going live?
Nope. We got another show planned. We're going to get everything back on schedule. So, we'll be back again this Friday.
I respect the hustle. Respect the hustle. So his audio from last week will be going live this week, and then he's also going live again. Retro / CW live unboxings every Monday. John's taking over that program. After Dark will be live tomorrow at 10:30, and then Ox Plays. I need to update this icon, but Ox Plays, it'll be, I think I recorded something today, and if it looks good, I have to go back and check it. It should be uploading sometime in the next few days, so stay tuned for all of those. If you want to join us on Facebook, check us out at Collecting Weekly Auxiliary. Just drop the link in the comments. It's a great group. We have a lot of fun, and if you want to chat with us outside of our normal recording schedules, it's the best way to get a hold of us. For friends of the network, 6 Scale Scavengers, Brian, Chris, TC, great guys, Optical 20, the best in the biz, JB Collection, and KG Collector. I know JB's just hit another sub milestone, so congrats to JB. PJ the Paradox Nerd, Rogue 16, Boogie Manny, Zhao from Third Party Reviews, Thor over at DCX. They had a great Mother's Day program last Friday. Yeah. And John the Everyday Collector on YouTube. So a bunch of angels there. But yeah, we also have Collecting Weekly Clips. Eddie puts the best and funniest moments of our program on Instagram. So it's Collecting Weekly _clips. Link is going to be in the show notes for that.
Real quick, shout out to Eddie for doing such a great job with clips. Yeah. Man, I've been laughing at that shit all day, man. Yeah. Great job, dude.
I tell you what, it's going to make the end of the year top 20 montage super fucking easy. But yeah, so thank you for doing that.
The only thing that's going to be hard about it is
those clips.
Picking the top 20.
The most, bro. Yeah, well, I'll get with you at the end of the year for that, my friend. I have one thing I want to talk about just real quick before we go to shout-outs.
Oh.
That's problem number one, actually. I don't understand what happened. I sold this figure to this guy, right? And he was so needy. He was like, I need pictures with the date, with your name. Can you send it? Is it loose? Can you send me a video of I'm like, Jesus Christ. I was accommodating because I was like, you know what? Mother's Day is coming up. I need every penny I can get because Victoria deserves the world. And I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'll be accommodating. And then he hits me with, oh, well, I don't have any money. I won't have money till this day. Can you hold it? That's fine. I was a sweet angel the whole time, right? He asked me when I can ship it. I was like, you know, I'm going to ship it that same day because I'm going to be a good guy. I'm not going to be an asshole. He got his figure today. He's like, dude, this figure's fucking great. It's perfect, great condition, beautiful figure. And then he blocked me. Why? I don't understand. And honestly, I was like, I'm probably going to block this guy. He's really needy. I don't want to deal with him again as a buyer. So it doesn't, I'm not out, you know, because of this. I'm not like upset. But I'm just like, what the fuck? What did I do?
Yeah, he got what he wanted. He's like, he doesn't need you anymore.
Let's forget about it.
Yeah, exactly.
But what if I post another great figure for a good price?
Well, he'll
He will
restart
never see
the
it.
interaction. No, he'll restart it.
Well, he won't be able to see it if he blocked me. You don't see people's posts when you block them. That's
Even
the
in a
thing.
thread, you can't see it.
Nope,
Oh, well.
nope.
His
You won't even see
loss.
the comments.
He'll have no money. He'll have no more money. Hello, he didn't have money for this one. He...
That's pretty good, John. That's pretty good. I just wanted to mention that I've been blocked before for being an asshole. Never been blocked because I was a great seller. I'll tell you
Maybe
that
it's
much.
his way of
Can't win, man.
controlling the addiction.
Hey, dude, that's not a bad point, John. That's not a bad point.
That's the
Look at
dumbest
that.
thing I've ever heard.
You know what, Eddie? No one asked the peanut gallery over there.
He blocked him
Jesus.
so he
My
couldn't buy
God.
any more shit.
You could
What
clip
kind
that
of
one.
fucking
Dude.
moron.
He needs some milk.
There was so many times I watched the unboxing you did of Odin,
Yeah.
John.
You
where
were
it's
so
like,
mad, John. You were so
Dude,
spicy.
yes, there was a couple parts where somebody would ask him something, and his answer was like, "What are you, stupid?" like he's unboxing.
I love
and
it.
Mario was like, "Oh,
Hang on,
so
I'm
like,
gonna pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up right
Hey, I'm keeping Eddie employed with that collecting weekly clips.
dude."
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
he was like, Mario was like, "Oh, so this is the first time you're unboxing it," and he stops. He's like, "Well, no, I unboxed it when I got it." And then Mario's just like, "Oh, so like it's been like how long?" And he was like, "Well, dude, I bought it like back so 13 years." And then Mario's just like, "Oh, jeez."
I think we broke him. I think he's so used to people like, you know, attacking him that
He's all on the defensive now.
Yeah, he's
Dude,
defensive.
I'll tell you
now.
what, he has proven
this, hang
people
on.
wrong.
This was
about
good.
Canadians.
This was good. Eyepiece doesn't come off. What is it? Eyepiece need to come off. You never had two eyes in the movie.
No, I
Just asking, bro. Damn.
damn, dude. Jesus.
Why you getting all these answers?
Savage, bro.
Yeah, that was good.
Savage, bro. That was
Quad
fucking
lift.
funny. Dude, there's some bangers on here, bro.
Oh, man.
Never forget this
No,
one
I
from
wasn't
After Dark.
sleeping. For
I don't know,
God's
man.
sakes. Look.
I do feel bad. Like, I don't want to anyone to think that like we're gloating about this or anything, but I mean,
wasn't.
I think that we just have to hold these companies to higher standards. And is John falling asleep? What is he doing?
No, I'm here. Don't worry.
You look like are you getting? I still think you were falling.
No, I
asleep.
wasn't. Look, I'm looking at my phone. It's the same. Look.
He's getting toppy.
My idea,
Scooby?
bro.
That's
That's Dean's favorite position, bro.
That's an alpaca.
Oh, you're right, dude. Here, let me type it out.
Holy shit!
I don't know what
A bear.
Oh.
I got it when I saw the spot. Tears. I like how tears have four.
Dude, that shit, I laughed so fucking hard. Holy shit. Anyways,
Dude.
Oh, man.
We have fun on the show.
we have fun. That's if you want to watch like the funniest moments of all the programs, collecting weekly clips, because a lot of times
Dude.
like After Dark we lock those shows down. So you actually can't watch those funny moments unless you're a Patreon. So you can watch like a little teaser from clips. Anyways, great show, guys.
Dude, we gotta
does
do
anyone have any
another. Oh,
yeah,
I was
we
gonna say-
do have to do a scribble. Dean wrote a Star Wars list, so we'll do
Oh,
that.
the scribble, but we also need to do a another Grand Theft Auto stream.
Yes, yes, we do. But anyways, before we kick this one off, do you guys have any shout outs you want to give?
My shout out was actually for Eddie. I texted him earlier today about how awesome the clips were. That's funny that you brought it because I literally texted about that earlier today. I was like, dude, you're doing a really good job. So
I want to shout out. I wanted to shout out Eddie as well for a different thing, and some people in the Patreon chat as well. Whoever was nice enough to send last week the Sideshow rewards codes I know.
Oh, yeah.
We got some of them, and we're able to rack up some points there to order some stuff. So I appreciate you guys, and I know Eddie was involved in posting in between chats. So thanks for that.
I will say this, the Patreon, could be $5 a month, right? But we are always like, Dan is real good about it. Like he's really on the spot. Honestly, like if you want to get codes, being in the Patreon chat, like it's like immediate, bro. We have some good people in there.
Oh yeah,
we have some great people in there, and big shout out to the Patreon.
We have great people, a lot of good people.
We have the best.
Some say the
people.
best people. We really do. That's a lot of people.
Dean, before we kick it off, do you want to give any more shout outs, or are we good to go?
I think we're good to go. I think it's good. We could call it.
All right, guys. I'm Zach.
I'm Dean.
I'm Eddie.
God damn it, guys.
PC where you are on the fucking screen. PC where you are.
Oh, excuse me.
Anyways, we'll catch you on the next
And I'm
episode.
Jonathan.
And I'm
Bye.